welcome tonight. I mean, what a great thing we have. We have people from around the country, East Coast, West Coast, Texas, every place has come here, and then I'm almost trying to figure out how to introduce everybody because it's such an assortment. You're from Los Angeles, and you're with the
Italian Museum of Los Angeles.
Wonderful. And then over here we have our New York friends. That's a little round of applause. And then we have our friends from Texas. You might be wondering, who is St. Expedite? There's a holy card for him on your tables. And here I am, 58. I never heard of St. Expedite. I went up to Independence for their festival recently. They have a little museum. There's a banner to St. Expedite. I started asking questions. And the lady goes, if you got time, I'll take you out to the chapel. It's out in the country. So I go out to the country. Sure enough, they have a chapel of St. Expedite. And they said it's St. Expedito. And I look back, and it's actually St. Expeditus in Latin. But whatever. There's a statue to him on Basin Street at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church. And then as I read about him, he has a following, and his really following peaked during the Depression. So almost the way the Sicilians prayed to St. Joseph in Sicily during the drought. They were praying to St. Expedite for financial assistance during the Depression. And then your cards talked about that. There's a little medal there. His feast day is next Friday, which happens to be Good Friday this year. Another thing that April is about, which is a really interesting story, is there's a thing called the Italian Brigade. And during the Civil War, when the Union troops got past Fort Jackson at the mouth of the river, they were headed up to New Orleans. The Confederate general decided to get the Confederates out of New Orleans because there'd be a battle and the city would be destroyed fighting for it. He took all the Confederate Army and went up to a place called Camp Moore. That left nobody in the city to maintain law and order. And many of the residents actually wanted to burn the city down rather than turn it over to the Union Army. So on April 24th, which is 2 weeks away, 1862, the mayor goes to the Italians in town and says, I need you to police the town so the residents don't burn it down. This was an Italian militia known as the Italian Brigade, and they eventually became part of a larger group called the European Brigade of about 1,200 individuals that maintained law and order in New Orleans for about 2 weeks during the transition between, as the Union Army tried to negotiate the surrender of the city with the mayor. So we can almost take credit for saving the city with your Sicilian. On May 11th, as we talked a little bit about, that is the day Garibaldi in 1860 landed in Sicily and started his unification movement. And an odd thing there is, as he finishes conquering Sicily, they've got 12,000 prisoners. And they got to figure out what to do with these prisoners. A gentleman named Wheat goes to Garibaldi, who was from New Orleans, and was a fighter all his life. And he says, give me 2,000 prisoners, and I will bring them back to New Orleans. You won't have to worry about them becoming guerrillas. Wheat goes on to be known as the man that founded the Tigers, Louisiana Tigers, okay? So if you think about the LSU Tigers actually got their bases in Naples as well. So they got fight song in Tiger Stadium. Thank the Italians, okay? Parish president has issued a proclamation for tonight, and the proclamation reads, whereas Chef Andrea, chef owner of Andrea's cooks classic Northern Italian dishes, including seafood, has won many awards, published many cookbooks on Italian cooking, and will present the new dish, Alligator Marsala, on Thursday, April 11, 1990. Now therefore, I, Michael S. Yenny, president of Jefferson Parish, do hereby declare May 11, 2019 as Alligator Marsala Day in Jefferson Parish.
When I discovered alligator tail, I said, oh my God, that is unbelievable. So I did this beautiful alligator marsala. So tonight, we're going to have alligator marsala.
Yes.
It's a very tender, it's delicious. Mamma mia. It's so good.
If you want to know more about the history of Little Palermo, visit awe.news for a link to the New Orleans Insider Tour app. All the tours are free on a desktop computer. The Little Palermo tour is free on your mobile device. Others are available for a small fee.